Before 2021, the European Resuscitation Council guidelines recommended mild therapeutic hypothermia for all patients who did not regain consciousness after cardiac arrest and restoration of spontaneous circulation. A target temperature of 32 to 36 degrees was recommended. However, the results of the TTM2 trial published in 2021 seem to call into question the neuroprotective effect of this mild therapeutic hypothermia. In this TTM2 trial, more than 1,800 patients were randomized either to receive mild therapeutic hypothermia with a target temperature of 33 degrees or normothermia targeted to fever prevention, and these patients were only cooled if body temperature increased above 37.7 degrees Celsius. And this trial did not show significant differences in survival or good neurological outcome between the two temperature regimes. In light of this new evidence, the guidelines now recommend only active fever prevention, claiming that there is insufficient evidence for or against the use of mild therapeutic hypothermia. However, the transferability of the results of the TTM2 study to everyday clinical practice has been widely questioned, given that, for example, the rate of bystander resuscitation in this trial was around 80%, which unfortunately does not correspond to the reality in most European countries. So the goal of our study was to compare neurological outcome between patients treated with mild therapeutic hypothermia and without mild therapeutic hypothermia after cardiovascular arrest, based on the data from our large resuscitation registry in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. We designed an observational cohort study of all out-of-hospital and in-hospital cardiac arrest patients compiled in the German resuscitation registry between 2006 and 2022. The German resuscitation registry is designed corresponding to Woodstein style, and the data are entered from the EMS physicians and the responsible chief medical officers, as well as from the in-hospital personnel. Primary endpoint of our study was discharge with good neurological outcome, defined as cerebral performance category 1 or 2. Secondary endpoint was survival to hospital discharge. The statistics for our study and data processing was very complex. We had to adjust for multiple variants that influenced the outcome of patients after cardiac arrest. First, a univariate analysis of the outcome data was performed, and then the entire cohort was analyzed using a multivariate logistic regression model for risk adjustment with regard to our primary and secondary endpoints. Our regression analysis included all available variables that have shown a significant effect on outcome after cardiovascular arrest in previous studies. Our results suggest that mild therapeutic hypothermia has a neuroprotective benefit and support the continued use of therapeutic hypothermia in patients with coma following successful cardiopulmonary resuscitation. This aligns with with the findings of a current Cochrane analysis, by the way. In this Cochrane analysis, which compared mild therapeutic hypothermia with fever prevention or no cooling in a data set of about 3,000 patients, mild therapeutic hypothermia was found to improve the likelihood of survival with CPC1 and 2 by the factor of 1.6, so very comparable to our results, by the way. Our results from the German resuscitation registry support the continued use of mild therapeutic hypothermia. But what are the reasons for the divergences between our results based on this registry analysis and the results from randomized controlled trials like the TGM trial or the TGM2 trial mentioned at the beginning? Well, there are different reasons that might explain these differences. One main reason for sure is the different bystander resuscitation rates. In our registry, bystander resuscitation rate is about 41%, and in the mentioned randomized controlled trials, TTM and TTM2, it was 80% or 73% respectively. This, of course, results in a very short median no-flow time of only 1 minute.